morning, guys. You can see me filming through the reflection in my glasses. How creative. Anyway, today I decided to make a more creative video, which means it's going to be a disaster because I don't have a creative bone in my body. I'm more of a logical person. Creativity is definitely not my strong suit, but we are going to be booking an Oregon load together for our flatbed. And right now I am just getting coffee because I need to wake up, even though I'm super late. It is 6:45 here, 6:48 here, which is very late for me. I'm usually in the office by 5:30, so I slept in. All right, but first, coffee. All right, got my coffee, which is the way I like it, with no sugar, no cream. Love this coffee, which means I'm ready to go to work. Why do I usually get to the office at 5:30? Yes, my guy is getting unloaded in Oregon, and it's almost 7 a.m. there, which means that not a lot of loads are posted, but my guy just sent me the bill of lading because he just got unloaded. So I feel really bad for sleeping in today. Anyway, let's get to the office. Well, in California, I just learned that speed cameras just became legal. And guess who got caught speeding? Yours truly. It wasn't my fault though. It was some jerk who wouldn't let me through, wouldn't let me merge onto the freeway. And because of him, I had to speed up, and that's when the camera caught me. Maybe it's karma. Who knows? By the way, you guys, I cannot believe it, but I finally became one of those people who, you know, those people who walk around with their phones and like looks like they're taking a selfie. I became one of those people making this video. I hate those people. So that's me right now. Anyway, we should be in the office in about 4 minutes or so, which is good. I really need to get a thing for my car to hold this phone because this is definitely not ideal whatsoever. All right, we're almost at the office. I really hope my coffee doesn't spill. Oh my God, there's such speed bumps here and the coffee starts like spilling all over the place. Anyway, we are here, which is awesome. So now I just need to find a good close by parking spot because God forbid I should walk too far. This is the craziness about living in, I think it's California for the most part. No one walks here and you get really spoiled. So yeah. All right, I'm parked. Thank God. I made it. All right, it's 7:06 a.m. We're at the office, which means that now I have to schlep upstairs, and I'll see you guys in the office. All right, we are here, finally. So now it's time to set up so I can actually start working instead of lazying around. So let's do that. All right, guys, at this point, I'm going to switch to my computer camera because my phone is something that I need in order to book freight. So yeah, unfortunately, I will have to switch to a little bit worse off camera. By the way, guys, did you notice this? I'm super proud of it because I created this design myself. It's called the No Cheap Freight Club, and it is available on my website for purchase. It's 100% cotton, which I feel is very important. Not that a lot of people care about that. Love this shirt. Decided to wear this shirt because first of all, I love the design because I made it. And number two is because today I'm booking a load from Oregon. And I know I'm going to be faced with the decision of taking a cheap load to a good area or a more expensive load to a bad area. So this is kind of my motivation or a little reminder that no, we do not take cheap loads. It's time to change out my glasses. I look horrific today because this is what happens when you can't sleep. The only reason that I didn't wake up on time, which is around 5:10, is because I couldn't go to sleep last night. But this is this is something that happens. Anyway, let's switch over to the computer. Let me go ahead and open my DAT load board, and I'm going to try and show you what's going on there. All right, Eugene, Oregon. You know what, guys? I'm going to start recording my screen so that you guys can see this. So it's going to be my first time seeing the board as well. Okay, 509 exact matches. But if you look at this load board, you can actually see that the loads are not paying very well, even to a place like Miami, Florida. However, to a place like, okay, this one doesn't count, but to a place like Arizona or Wyoming or California, it pays a little bit better. So this is what we're working with. This is what I meant when I said that, unfortunately, Oregon is one of those areas where you have a choice. You have to either choose to go to a good area for bad money or to a bad area for good money. So I'm choosing a bad area for good money, although hoping for the best. Now, one thing that I do have to say is it's 7:21 here. Even though I was trying to get to the office as soon as possible, the reality is most brokers, I mean, for West Coast loads, they don't start really posting a lot of them until 8:30 local time, which gives me another hour. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to keep an eye on the load board while also trying to do other things that I need to do. So that's my plan for the next hour. All right, so I'm going to, I know it's 7:29, but I'm going to post my truck just for fun. I mean, I know a lot of you guys are not fans of posting your truck because you think that the brokers that are going to call are going to be the ones who are going to, whoops, lowball you. Possibly, I possibly agree with that, but I like to get a sense of the market by posting my truck, because if my phone starts blowing up, that gives me an idea of what the market is doing. So I'm posting my truck. Winston, Oregon. Give me 1 second. Let me see how far we are. Yeah, we're about 80 miles out.
Awesome. Yeah, so I got a one pick, one drop. It heads out of Winston today. It's an 11 to 1 pickup time. First come, first serve. It's gonna head over to Austin, Texas. I was wondering if you guys were interested.
Got it. And let's see, Austin, Texas. And what is the commodity rate? All of those good things.
Commodity is, okay, yeah, awesome. So it's a truckload of lumber, 47,000 pounds. I need a flat or a step deck. It's about 2,100 miles. I'm at $3,500. Not 35,000.
Got it. 35,000 would be better. Yeah, I cannot, because it's less than $2 per mile. I don't even haul for $2. I haul for $3. So I'm going to pass.
That's awesome. No worries. Have a good one.
Thank you too. This is why in Oregon, if you want to go, I mean, Texas is not the best area. Let's be realistic. I am so sorry, guys, about the lighting. I don't know what to do about it. But Oregon is definitely not the best area to go to a relatively better market where there are more opportunities. Texas is not a good market by any means, but 35, I'm not even going to negotiate that because it's 2,237 miles. I'm just not going to be able to negotiate them up to the price I need. This is why I don't negotiate when it's such a low rate. So something I completely forgot about is the fact that it's Monday. And flatbeds are interesting in the sense that those loads, they are not, for the most part, 99% of them, there's no rush to get them out. So on Monday, they have until Friday usually to get those loads out, which means that these brokers and shippers are going to be holding on to the price that they have currently, hoping that if they don't find someone today, they'll find someone tomorrow. If not tomorrow, then the day after. So that's something I completely forgot to take into consideration, which means that I'm going to have a harder time negotiating those rates up.
What is actually called?
Got it. Thanks.
We have it.
Yeah.
In California.
Where in California?
Sanger.
Can you give me the zip code?
Yeah, sure. Should be 93657.
And where does it come out of?
Same pickup.
Myrtle Creek, got it. And what is this load all about?
This load is lumber, 48,000 pounds, no tarp, and we're paying 1,900.
1900 to California. Got it. I would need at least 2500.
Okay.
Thanks.
How about that?
So there is a load that is more or less decent in terms of pay. It picks up from Gresham, Oregon, which is what? It's 125 miles from us, going to Salinas, California for the day after tomorrow. It's 858 miles. And it pays, let's see, 2,700, 858 miles, $3.14 per mile. It's no tarp, and it's via Uber. Uber is a company that I'm not very excited about, but that's not the biggest problem here. For me, the biggest problem is the fact that this picks up at 9 o'clock in the evening, and I'm a little bit concerned about that because Uber is notorious for having loads that you go to pick them up and then they're just not there. So this is the point of concern for me at the moment.
I've got a load picking up in Portland, going to Colorado Springs. Do you guys have any interest in that? Looking to go that way at all?
Portland to Colorado Springs. Got it. Can you tell me a little bit more about this load?
Yeah, it's a truckload of lumber. It's 44,000 pounds. You're looking at about 1,300 miles. Our broker's looking to do this for 2,400.
2,400 to Colorado for 1,300 miles.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, well, it's Colorado. It's a very, well, I mean, the market doesn't pay that. You're trying to pay less than $2 per mile to go to Colorado, which is a dead market, much worse than Oregon.
I understand. I know it's a shot in the dark. I'm just trying to do what I can to get it covered.
I get it. Yeah, this is going to drive carriers out. It's just not going to be good. But thank you anyway. I appreciate it.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Bye. So there is this load from Springfield, Oregon to Pomona, California, which is, let's see, that is 881 miles total. They're paying 2,300 lumber. Now, the question is, see, it can pick up today or tomorrow, so I don't think they're going to be open to negotiating, but I'm going to try to ask for 2,600, which will put me at $2.91 per mile. Pomona is better than Northern California for flatbeds, so let me try. We're set up with this broker, so maybe that's going to work to our advantage, but probably not. They care only about the money. So I got a reply, no tarps, but 2,300 is all they're willing to pay. 2,300, that would put me at $2.61 per mile. So currently I have two choices as of right now. Number one choice is to take this Uber load going to, I believe it was Salinas, California for 2,700, but it picks up at 9 p.m. I have to consider that it's going to California where the speed limit is 55 miles per hour and it's like 800 some miles that you have to do pretty much in one day because of the pickup time. Number two choice is this other load going to wherever it's going. The one that they emailed me about is $2,300 to Pomona, California, which is a much better market than Salinas. It puts me at $2.61 per mile, which is way above our cost per mile, but it's still California. At the moment, to be quite honest, I don't see anything else that is decent. This is a no tarp load, but it is full weight, so it's 48,000 pounds. But it's an easier drive because it does pick up until 4 p.m. and delivers on Wednesday, first come, first serve. So I am kind of on the verge. This is a load that I'm keeping in the back of my mind. I would love to be at $3 per mile, and I thought I would be. So it's a learning experience for all of us, because the last time we were near this area, it was a completely different market. For now, I'm going to stand my ground, but this is something that I do have in the back of my mind if something else doesn't come out.
Normally, no tarps.
No tarps.
You guys carry some, though?
We do have 6-foot tarps, but we prefer not to take a tarp load at the moment. Is that something that will be required if there is rain on the way, or is it just a no tarp load?
Yeah, we're good with the tarps.
Got it.
When is your truck going to be available?
He's available right now he's empty in Springfield, about 92 miles away. What time is pickup?
Anytime before 3. We are just quoting on this one, so I don't know exactly when it's going to be ready. That's why we posted it up for just the rest of the week. But pickup and delivery is pretty flexible, just first come, first serve, 8 to 2, 8 to 3-ish.
Got it. Oh, so...
I don't believe, but with a truck and hand option, maybe I can get them to giddy up a little bit. If they want to load today or tomorrow.
To be quite honest, I don't book loads that are in the middle of bidding. I've been burned so many times before with that, so I'm going to pass, but I do appreciate it.
Well, what kind of rate are you guys looking for roughly?
I'll tell you right now.
Just get more business from them, because we keep telling them that too, like, hey, stop throwing out bid stuff.
Sure, I would need 27.
Let's get a truck here on Tuesday, or whatever it could be. 27. Okay.
Thank you.
We have a one-pick, one-drop heading out of Vancouver, Washington today. First come, first serve, 0800 to 1530. It needs to go to West Fargo, North Dakota on the 21st. Is this a lane you would be interested in?
West Fargo, let's see. Give me 1 second. What are the load details?
Yes, ma'am. It'll be one truckload of road and railroad construction materials. We need a 48-foot or 53-foot flatbed or step back. Approximate weight 44,000 pounds. Total miles 1,480 feet.
Got it. Does it require any tarps?
1 second. It says load must be secured, or must secure load. No, it doesn't say anything about a tarp.
Got it. And what is the rate on this?
We're trying to get this covered today for about $2,900.
$2,900. So you're trying to pay way less than $2 per mile to go to a dead market. I mean, yeah, no, thank you. It's 1,611 miles. I mean, it's insane. And the only broker who offers these types of rates, I mean, you know who they are. I'm not even going to tell you. So yeah, definitely not the market I was expecting, considering my prior experience here. I have a feeling it has to do a lot with the day of the week. So I'm starting to think that $2.61 load is a good idea, just because it's really close. It delivers really close to where my guy is based out of, right? $2.61. Not ideal by any means, not a load that I was really hoping, to be quite honest. I was really hoping to get a load that was over $3 per mile somewhere to Wyoming, out of where we could deadhead. But yeah, sometimes it just doesn't work out like that. So unfortunately, I think I'm going to have to agree to that $2.61 per mile load. See, it's $2,300 for a 2-day load. That's $1,150 per day. That all fits. But yeah, Oregon, this is what I'm talking about. Be careful with Oregon. Now, usually, on the market maps that I show you, usually we have areas of opportunity there in terms of there are more loads than there are trucks. And there clearly are, just with the filtered states, which I put Z4, Z5, Z6, and then Z8 and Z9, because everything else pays less than $2. Based on that, there are 454 loads, but there are only 5 exact matches for trucks. Now, something you have to keep in mind is the fact that not everyone posts their trucks, and the loads are often posted by a bunch of different brokers, the same load over and over and over again, which is really frustrating. Now, the last time we were in this area, or in the nearby area, we were actually in Washington, about 140 miles from Portland. It was a Wednesday. I believe it was a Wednesday when I grabbed a $3,900 load to Wyoming. It was pretty good. We did have to deadhead the heck out of there, but it was a pretty interesting load, but it was a Wednesday. On Mondays, they have time to move that load. Usually it's, oh, you can pick up today or tomorrow, and they're not under any pressure. So do I feel like I'm putting my tail between my legs? Yeah, a little bit. I don't like taking $2.61 per mile loads, but you know what? I'm not losing money on it. I'm making money, which is good, but it's definitely not where I wanted to be. The other alternative is taking the same rate per mile or less to an even worse area at the moment. This is what Oregon is offering. So yeah, this is the situation. Definitely not a situation that I'm very proud of. I was hoping to impress you guys with that $3 per mile load. There was one by Uber, but the reason I'm refusing to take it is because I do not trust them. I have been burned too many times, and those miles are just ridiculous. He's going to have to deliver it later because of the speed limits, because of the mountains. It's just ridiculous. So yeah, that's what I am planning to do. If anything changes, I'll keep recording. All right, guys, so that load is booked, the one for $2.61 per mile. Say hello to Rita, my coworker. We fight with brokers together constantly. Sometimes we win, sometimes we lose. Whatever the situation, this is the reality with Oregon. I'm glad I was able to make this video, because even though I wasn't able to wow you guys with a fantastic rate per mile from this place, considering the market map, right? The DAT market map that shows that this is such a hot area, at least you have an idea of what I'm saying when I say be careful with Oregon, right? Oregon it's one of those markets where it's not what it seems. So yeah, we booked that load, and then the day after tomorrow, we're going to be looking to get out of California for a decent rate. Probably the best way to do it is to book a day in advance somewhere to Washington. Washington is a more interesting area because from California going to places like Texas or the Midwest, you are going to get like $1.70 per mile. So I have successfully got us stuck in bad markets. I always say that the West Coast is like a spider web. Once you get in, it's very hard to get out. This is what I did today. But you know what? I'm a human being. I'm not a superwoman or a robot or whatnot, even though I try to be. But this is the reality. Anyway, guys, wishing you all an amazing week ahead. Stay safe, keep negotiating, and make sure not to book loads that are costing you more than you're earning. See you guys in the next video.